It's late at night, you're scrolling through your phone, and the ad appears. A 20-something is leaning against a rented matte black Lamborghini, telling you how they escaped the rat race to make $43,000 a week. They want to show you exactly how to do it too. All you need is their step-by-step masterclass. So you look at the $1,997 price tag and rationalize it. If you actually make $40,000 a week, $2,000 is just an investment in yourself, right? Here is the truth about that pitch. The mansions, the cars, the complex-sounding strategies, they aren't proof of a working business model. They are carefully engineered components of a psychological funnel designed to bypass your logical brain and trigger your primal desire for security. This checklist outlines the exact 5 steps of that funnel. It always starts with the rented flex. Then they agitate your financial pain. Next, they introduce a secret mechanism, a proprietary name for a basic concept. They blind you with a revenue screenshot that conveniently ignores profit margins. Finally, they hit you with false scarcity, only 3 spots left. 2 weeks later, the illusion breaks. That secret blueprint you paid for, it's usually just poorly recorded Zoom videos telling you to spend a fortune on ads. You haven't purchased a hidden path to wealth. You've traded thousands of dollars of your scarce startup capital just to have someone curate and organize information that is already available for free online. This comparison matrix, titled The Anatomy of the Offer, maps out the trap. On the left, the marketing promises guaranteed returns and secret algorithms. On the right, the actual deliverable is just basic instruction that still requires massive upfront fronthold to execute. Every tactic, code snippet, and marketing funnel in a $2,000 course is sitting on YouTube or Reddit right now. So, if the information is free, when does it actually make mathematical sense to pay a premium for digital education? It comes down to one trade-off: friction versus capital. The right choice doesn't depend on the quality of the course. It depends entirely on how much of those 2 resources you currently have in your bank account. To understand the internet economy, look at the 1849 California gold rush. Thousands of people packed up to dig in the mud and freezing water, hoping to strike it rich. Most went broke. The people who locked in guaranteed wealth didn't mine for gold. They were the merchants who stood safely on the sidelines, selling shovels, pickaxes, and denim jeans to the miners. The modern internet is a gold rush, and the influencers are selling shovels. Running a real e-commerce store means dealing with supply chain delays, chargebacks, and sudden ad bans. Selling a course about e-commerce just requires a webcam and a Stripe account. This stacked bar chart reveals the fit-in math. The guru claims your only barrier to entry is their $1,997 course. They leave out the software subscriptions, inventory costs, and the $5,000 to $10,000 you will need to burn on ads just to test products. When you hand over your first $2,000 for basic instructions, you are actively starving your actual business of the capital it needs to survive its first month. When a creator stops running their store and pivots entirely to teaching others how to do it, they are securing a risk-free income. The market risk doesn't disappear. It gets transferred 100% to you. To protect your wallet, you need to recognize the specific traps being set. Right now, the 2 most common are the Social Media Marketing Agency, or SMMA, and AI automation bots. The pitch is that you can charge local businesses thousands of dollars and outsource the work to cheap overseas contractors. The reality is that local businesses are highly demanding. The contractors often deliver terrible work, and you end up as a stressed-out middleman dealing with angry plumbers on a Sunday night. Then there are the day trading and crypto oracles, who charge you for access to their VIP signal groups. They buy a worthless coin, tell their thousands of followers to buy it, and watch the price spike. Then the guru sells their massive position at the top. The price crashes instantly, and the followers are left holding tokens they can't sell. It's a literal crime called a pump and dump. These models are heavily promoted because they sound like high-margin, low-effort cash printers. In practice, they rely on using beginners as either unpaid middlemen or exit liquidity. This quadrant chart maps resource allocation to help you figure out what you should actually be doing. The horizontal axis is time, and the vertical axis is capital. Let's look at where you sit. If you are an aspirational beginner making $0 online, you live in the bottom right. Your capital is strictly limited, but your time is abundant. You have to embrace the friction of searching for free answers to protect your bank account. If you are an intermediate builder already clearing $5,000 a month, you move to the top left. Your cash flow is healthy, but your time is maxed out. You spend capital to bypass friction and buy highly specific expertise. Paid education is never a universal good or a universal scam. Its value depends entirely on identifying which resource you can afford to burn and which one you need to protect. Before you hand over your credit card to anyone, you have to run them through a basic audit. First, ignore every video testimonial on their landing page. Go straight to Reddit and Trustpilot. Search for their name and read the one-star reviews. The truth lives off-site. Next, check their proof of work. Ask to see their active store or their software's actual user metrics. If their primary source of income is selling courses about business rather than running a business, run away. Watch out for the lifestyle pivot. The creator might start posting tutorials, but eventually hard skills vanish, replaced by flashy lifestyle content and mindset seminars. When the focus shifts from technical execution to supercar motivation, they have officially become the guru. Hit unfollow. Finally, force yourself to spend 48 hours learning the skill for free using official documentation or library books. If you can't muster the discipline to do it for free, handing a stranger $2,000 won't magically make you disciplined. It will just give you buyer's remorse. This decision tree maps buy versus build rules by revenue. At $0, take the left path. Use free alternatives like YouTube, saving capital for actual expenses. At $5,000, take the right path. Pay an expert to fix complex issues, saving hours of research. But regardless of your revenue, you never pay premium prices for basic fundamentals, weekend motivation seminars, or imaginary algorithmic loopholes that simply do not exist. People fall for these funnels because they want a savior. They want someone to hand them a guaranteed roadmap to wealth, so they don't have to face the terrifying possibility of failure. But there are no saviors on the internet. There are only builders. The real advantage belongs to those who ignore the rented cars, open a free tab, and do the heavy lifting of building their own shovel.